Let's go to Buenos Aires, where President Trump and the Saudi Crown Prince just, quote, exchanged pleasantries at the G20 summit. President Trump says they did not discuss anything.
President, what did you discuss with NBS?
Let's go.
Come on, Mr.
Thank
President,
you,
guys,
Thank you, President.
Of course, there's been a lot of debate over how world leaders should handle interactions with the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman in the wake of the murder of Washington Post journalist Jamal Khashoggi. At the annual class photo there this morning, the strategy seemed to be keep your distance. A couple of handshakes, but no one seemed happier to see the Crown Prince than Russian President Vladimir Putin. Have you seen this video? Stand by and we'll play it for you. Boom. What is that, a high five? All smiles and laughter like long-lost buddies. But this video isn't as stunning as it is chilling. Both men accused of murdering journalists who were critical of their policies. Wolf Blitzer is in Buenos Aires, Argentina, covering this G20 summit. And Wolf, just beginning with the smile and the high five between these two. When you first saw that, what did you think?
Well, it was very different, Brett, from everyone else. Almost all the other leaders, they were very cool to Mohammed bin Salman, the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia. They didn't necessarily walk away from him. They didn't completely ignore him by any means. But there were no high fives. There were no major smiles along the lines of what we saw with President Putin and the Saudi Crown Prince. They clearly were very happy to see each other. They probably are having some substantive discussions as well. The question still remains, how much more will the President of the United States, how much more time will he have with the Saudi Crown Prince on the sidelines, as they say, of this G20 summit? And we'll see if anything develops along those lines. But it was pretty extraordinary to see that very warm, robust exchange between the Saudi leader and the Russian leader.
The exchange, the smiles, and then you have President Trump's, as it's been described, pleasantries with the Saudi Crown Prince, the fact that MBS is there at all, potential, optics nightmare for any world leader there. How, Wolf, are other world leaders handling this?
Well, they're trying to be, distant, some more than others. They all, like President Trump maintains, they all have various degrees of strategic cooperation, economic ties, military ties with the Saudis. But on the other hand, they're all very, very angry at the Saudis for the murder of Jamal Khashoggi. And that's being underscored here at this G20 summit. We'll see how it unfolds over the next few hours. There's going to be a major dinner later tonight. Tomorrow there's going to be all sorts of other activities. We're anticipating that President Trump will have some sort of formal news conference when all is said and done here in Buenos Aires. But it's been an awkward moment, to put it mildly.
Sources tell CNN that President Trump is, quote unquote, spooked and completely distracted by all these growing headlines we've been covering this week. Robert Mueller, what happened with the plea deal with his former fixer, Michael Cohen. While he's there in Argentina, we know he canceled that meeting that was scheduled to happen with Vladimir Putin. Is he being more transparent about this, and why?
He's insisting the reason he canceled the meeting as he left Joint Base Andrews outside of Washington, D.C. and was on Air Force One within a half an hour. He canceled the meeting. He insists the sole reason was because of the Russian aggression, as he describes it, involving Ukraine and the ships, the sailors. Listen to how the president explained his decision to go ahead and cancel what was supposed to be a 2-hour meeting with the Russian leader.
We're not happy about it. Nobody is. And hopefully they'll be able to settle it out soon, because we look forward to meeting with President Putin. But on the basis of what took place with respect to the ships and the sailors, that was the sole reason.
He says the sole reason for canceling the meeting was what's going on, the tension between Ukraine and Russia. But, it happened a half an hour or so, not very long after the president learned that his longtime lawyer and fixer Michael Cohen had entered into this plea agreement with the special counsel Robert Mueller, and was talking about all sorts of activities that the Trump organization was having during the first half of 2016, trying to work out some sort of Trump Tower project in Moscow. And so there's a lot of concern, and the president clearly is worried about what's going on. You got a longtime aide like Michael Cohen, who's fully cooperating with the special counsel. 70 hours, Brooke, of conversation, 70 hours of Q&A that Michael Cohen has now provided to the special counsel. He worked with him for more than a decade. He knows a lot. So the president clearly is upset about that, and his aides are making it clear he's upset, although the president continues to insist he did nothing wrong. There was nothing improper about talking with the Russians about a potential Trump Tower in Moscow. So he's trying to put his best foot forward on that point. But clearly, behind the scenes, there's deep concern.